Hi everybody, good morning. Welcome to episode number 15, Cut by Craig. First of all, hope you had an amazing holiday. Just being down at the beach with my family has been so great. Just amazing time. This is episode 15. It's a really important one. It's going to be a little bit longer, so hopefully you can have the attention span to hang on. It's called Find Your On-Off Button. Okay? And I would say it's one of the most important videos I've done so far in this series. I think they're all important, but this one, when you hear the context of it, hopefully it resonates with you. So after my last powerlifting competition, that was like in February or March, I had about 2 weeks of just eating pizza and Ben & Jerry's. Now, it's not all that I ate, but I ate a lot of it. And for some reason, that on-off button just kind of switched off, you know? Maybe I was just sick of going like 7 or 8 months without eating anything bad. I don't know, but just something happened. And after that 2 weeks, I just realized, man, I feel like shit. Like, God, man, this is horrible. I feel so bad. And luckily, just because of, I guess, my history and personality, I was able to flip the switch to an on switch and say, oh man, I gotta get rid of this stuff. So I flipped the switch on and got rid of it, and I can tell you that I'm never going to do that again. I'm not saying I'm never going to have a slice of pizza and I'm never going to have Ben & Jerry's, but I'm never going to do that because of how poor I felt. So when I talk about finding your on-off button, it relates to so many parts of just life. But for the sake of the video today, we're just, we're talking about those key wellness areas, food and exercise mainly, but it does relate to other things as well, even attitude, like learning not to get upset over stupid shit, that's like finding that on-off button. Somebody cuts you off in traffic and you flip out, flip that switch and realize it's not worth your time and energy. So, but again, we're mainly talking about the other aspects of wellness. I just wanted to bring that up because I think it's everything in life. So, one of the reasons I really do not like cheat days is because for many people it can be kind of hard to flip that switch. You have that cheeseburger and fries and it tastes really good, and of course then you want to keep having it, and it can be hard to flip that switch. Not impossible, of course, and this is really critical. It's a really critical part of the video. Even if you haven't had the ability to flip that switch, you can find it. People do that all the time. People change habits all the time. So it's more than possible to change it. But I find, at least for me personally, and many of the clients that I help, and even when I was teaching, I would say it's just easier if you try to keep your switch on. You try to eat clean, the vast majority of the time. Try to go to the gym on a consistent basis, walk, do certain things, get a good night's sleep. Those things are really important because when you flip the switch off, and when I say off, I mean you're not doing those things, it's just so darn easy to just keep not doing them. Who cares? I had a slice of pizza today. Or who cares if I had a cheese steak? Oh, here it is, one more day. Hey, I'll just wait one more day. And, of course, the one more day turns into 2 more days. And before you know it, that's just, you're developing those lifestyle habits that are very, very hard to break. Again, this is critical, not impossible. People do it all the time. People make lifestyle changes all of the time. But I'm trying to save you the effort and just to teach you that it is easier if you can keep your switch on most of the time. And again, I'm going to use myself as an example. I had that 2-week moment of weakness where I really didn't, but then I flipped the switch on, and that switch has been on for a while. It's been on for almost a year, and I feel so much better. Not just feel, but look better too. I think that matters, So it's being able to, flip that switch on and off and be able to do it in a consistent basis. So just something to think about. Good morning. Just being able to do that on a consistent basis. The last part that I'll mention is this. I keep saying that it's not about being perfect. And it's not. I think when you see people, especially people in the fitness industry, you almost always see them at their best, you know? And it's just so unrealistic, because that's not really what it's like. And it's not like that for anybody. Nobody is perfect. Everybody's going to slip up now and then. And I think to promote this idea of being perfect is so flawed, and it's not really true. But on the other side of it is, if you can keep that on-off button on most of the time, and lastly, be able to, you know, if you flip it off and something goes wrong, you have a day or two where you're not eating clean, or it's the holiday or whatever it is like we just had, be able to flip it back on, because that's really critical. Because if you don't, it can be easy to fall off. So I hope this made a lot of sense. I know it's long, but I thought it was a really, really important one. You know, as we get to the new year, when everybody has their New Year's resolution, which of course I'll talk about when we get there, trying to save you that effort, okay? Thank you again for all you do. If you need help, please reach out. I'd love to help. Have a great day. You are awesome.